Speak 5 lines to yourself every morning. Stoicism, the sacredness of mornings. A stoic beginning, before the sun fully rises, before the noise of the world invades your mind, there is a sacred moment. A moment where the day is still unformed clay in your hands. The Stoics understood this moment deeply. They recognized that in the quiet of dawn, we have a rare chance to prepare our minds like a warrior sharpens his sword before battle. Seneca wrote, "As soon as you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, I will meet people today who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." This was not pessimism. This was preparation. When you claim the morning, you are no longer a victim of circumstance. You become the architect of your day. You place your mind in alignment with nature, with reason, and with your higher purpose. The 5 lines you speak are not empty rituals. They are the scaffolding upon which you build an unshakable life. I control only my actions and my mind. Control is an illusion until you understand where it truly resides. Most people waste energy battling things outside of their control. They rage at the weather, at the traffic, at the choices of others. But the Stoic knows control begins and ends within the walls of the self. Think of a storm. You cannot stop the rain, nor command the thunder to cease. But you can choose your response to the storm. You can seek shelter, remain calm, and move forward. Your actions and your mind are your dominion. Guard them fiercely. When insulted, you decide whether to respond with anger or equanimity. When plans collapse, you choose between despair and determination. This principle is your fortress. Unshakable, impenetrable. As Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Every morning, remind yourself of this sovereignty. You are the master of your internal world. I welcome discomfort, for it is the price of growth. Growth never comes gift-wrapped in ease. It comes disguised as challenge, as struggle, as discomfort. Modern life tempts us with endless comfort, soft chairs, easy pleasures, and screens that shield us from reality. But the Stoic understands, a life of only comfort is a life of quiet decay. Picture a blade never tested by resistance, it rusts. A body never moved grows weak. A mind never challenged becomes dull. Discomfort is your training ground. Cold showers, difficult conversations, early mornings, intense discipline. These are not punishments. They are invitations to rise. Marcus Aurelius faced war, plague, betrayal, and the weight of empire. Yet he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Discomfort does not block your path. Discomfort is the path. Each morning, declare to yourself, I welcome discomfort, for it is the price of growth. And step boldly into the challenges of your day. I expect nothing, but I am grateful for everything. Expectation is the seed of disappointment. Gratitude is the soil of joy. How many times have you placed your happiness in the hands of something outside your control? A promotion, a compliment, a sunny day. When it arrives, you are pleased. When it does not, you suffer. But the Stoic rejects this fragile bargain. He detaches from expectation and embraces gratitude. Every morning ask, what am I owed? The answer is clear, nothing. Yet here you are, breathing, alive, capable of thought and action. Already you have been given more than you deserve. Seneca beautifully advised, learn to be content with what you have while you pursue what you want. Gratitude does not mean complacency. It means recognizing the gifts of existence while you strive for more. When you live with gratitude, every moment is a blessing. And when you expect nothing, you are never robbed of peace. No opinion of others can shake my peace. What power do the words of others truly have over you? For most, far too much. One negative comment lingers in the mind like poison. One rejection haunts the spirit for days. But the Stoic sees through this illusion. Marcus Aurelius wrote, I have no obligation to be disturbed by things that are outside my control. And what is more outside your control than the opinions of others? People will misunderstand you. They will project their insecurities onto you. They will praise you one moment and condemn you the next. This is human nature. But you are not bound by their judgments. You are bound only by your own virtue, your own standards. Each morning, steel yourself with this truth. No opinion of others can shake my peace. Let them think what they will. You will remain steadfast. Memento mori, I will not waste this day. If there is one Stoic principle that cuts deeper than all others, it is this. Memento mori. Remember you must die. To the untrained mind, this sounds grim. To the Stoic, it is liberation. Death is the great clarifier. It strips away the trivial. It sharpens our focus. It reminds us that time is our most precious resource. Seneca warned, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Consider how many hours are lost to distraction, to anger, to envy, to idle gossip. Now imagine if each morning you looked at the day ahead and thought, this could be my last sunrise. How different would your choices be? Would you delay telling someone you love them? Would you waste time on petty grudges? Would you scroll endlessly, or would you create something meaningful? Let this line echo in your mind at dawn. Memento mori, I will not waste this day. Live as if you were meant to make the most of it, because you are. Integrating the practice, from words to way of life. These 5 lines are not decorations for your mind. They are architecture. They are tools to sculpt your character daily. But they work only if you internalize them. Speak them with conviction, not as a hollow chant, but as a solemn vow. Visualize their meaning. Feel their truth settle in your bones. Write them on paper. Speak them aloud. Carry them in your pocket or set them as reminders on your devices. And most importantly, live them. When anger rises, remember your control. When fear appears, welcome discomfort. When disappointment creeps in, embrace gratitude. When criticism stings, fortify your peace. When the day tempts you to drift, recall the brevity of life. This is how Stoicism transforms from philosophy to practice, from concept to character, from words to wisdom. Final reflection, morning words, lifelong strength. As the sun climbs over the horizon, so too does your resolve. The world is unpredictable. People will be difficult. Challenges will emerge. But you will remain grounded. You will face life not as a leaf blown by the wind, but as a rooted tree weathering the storms. Each morning with these 5 lines, you build yourself anew. You choose virtue over vice, courage over fear, purpose over distraction. This is the Stoic way. And in living it, you do not merely survive the day, you conquer it. Speak your lines, live your truth, and let the world witness the quiet power of a Stoic life well lived. Virtue over victory, the daily pursuit of moral excellence. There is a hidden danger in chasing success for its own sake. Men often obsess over winning, the promotion, the recognition, the wealth. But the Stoic knows, victory is hollow if it costs your virtue. Epictetus taught, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Notice, he speaks not of outcomes, but of character. You may not win every battle. You may lose opportunities, face unfairness, encounter betrayal. Yet if you maintain your honesty, your courage, your discipline, you have already won. Each morning, remind yourself, today, I will choose virtue over victory. I will measure my life not by results, but by integrity. This mindset liberates you from the tyranny of external success. It grounds you in something no one can take away. Amor fati, I will love my fate, whatever it brings. Stoicism teaches not only to accept fate, but to love it. Amor fati, a Latin phrase meaning love of fate. Not mere resignation, but full-hearted embrace. When life delivers difficulty, do not merely endure it. Welcome it as a sculptor welcomes stone. Welcome it as a fire welcomes fuel. Marcus Aurelius, plagued by war and sickness, still wrote, a blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. Whatever comes today, good or bad, is raw material for your greatness. Say to yourself every morning, whatever happens today, I will love my fate. I will turn adversity into advantage. This is not passive acceptance. It is active transformation. Sympathy for all, attachment to none. Humans are social creatures, but attachment, clinging too tightly to people or outcomes, breeds suffering. The Stoic does not shut his heart. He opens it fully, knowing that all relationships are temporary. Epictetus taught, kiss your child goodnight and silently remind yourself, they are mortal. Hard words but liberating. Love others deeply but without possessiveness. Offer kindness without expectation. Enjoy relationships while they last, but know they are not yours to own. Every morning, speak this wisdom. I will live with sympathy for all, attachment to none. This frees you from fear of loss. It allows you to love freely and purely without chains. Silence is strength. I will speak less and listen more. The Stoics valued silence as a tool of power. Words once spoken cannot be recalled. Reckless speech is the downfall of many. Seneca wrote, silence is a lesson learned through life's many sufferings. Most people speak to fill the void. The Stoic speaks only when it improves upon silence. In conversation, seek to understand more than to be understood. Pause before reacting. Listen deeply, not to reply, but to comprehend. Each morning, remind yourself, I will speak less and listen more. In silence, I will find my strength. Through this practice, your words, when they come, will carry weight. Your silence will become a fortress of wisdom. Prepare for the unseen battles. The true battles are often invisible. They are fought in the mind, against temptation, against laziness, against fear. No one sees you resisting the urge to quit. No one applauds you for choosing discipline in private. But these unseen victories are the foundation of greatness. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Today, unexpected tests will arise. Distractions, provocations, inner doubts. Prepare for them now. Say to yourself each morning, I am ready for the unseen battles. I will meet them with courage and composure. This anticipation turns surprise into strength. I serve a purpose greater than myself. A life lived only for oneself is a small life. The Stoic recognizes, we are threads in a vast tapestry. Our actions ripple outward, touching lives we may never meet. Marcus Aurelius, emperor and philosopher, carried immense burdens. Yet he wrote, what is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bee. When you serve something beyond yourself, family, community, justice, truth, you elevate your existence. Your actions gain weight. Your suffering gains meaning. Every morning, anchor yourself with this reminder. Today, I will serve a purpose greater than myself. This keeps your ego in check and your soul aligned with the cosmos. Closing meditation. The dawn is yours. The sun rises not merely to illuminate the earth, but to illuminate your path. With these words each morning, you do not simply awaken, you ascend. You claim your agency. You embrace reality. You greet life not as a passive observer, but as an active participant in the grand play of existence. Remember, Stoicism is not about suppressing life's emotions. It is about channeling them into strength, wisdom, and virtue. Each morning is a new chance, a new canvas. Speak these lines to yourself, not as empty affirmations, but as guiding truths. Let them shape your actions, fortify your mind, and elevate your soul. The dawn is yours. Now go and conquer the day. You own nothing, not even time. You think you have time. You think tomorrow belongs to you, but time is the one thing you possess the least. Seneca warned, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Every morning, remind yourself, today is not owed to me, tomorrow is not guaranteed. This awareness sharpens your focus. It dissolves procrastination. It turns each moment into a treasure. Live as though every morning is your last chance to become who you are meant to be, because one day, it will be. You control nothing but your mind. The weather will change. People will betray you. Markets will fall. Fortunes will rise. Friends will leave. Loved ones will pass away. All of this is beyond your control. Yet within you is a kingdom no man can conquer, your mind. Epictetus taught, some things are in our control and others not. Each morning draw this line. What is mine to control and what is not? You control your choices, your judgments, your reactions, nothing more. Remind yourself daily, I will focus only on what I can control and I will release what I cannot. This is true freedom, the weight of your legacy. Every action you take, every word you speak, carves your legacy. Long after you are gone, your deeds echo. Marcus Aurelius reflected, what we do now echoes in eternity. You are not merely living for today, you are building the story that will be told about you. Each morning ask yourself, what will my legacy be if today were my final chapter? Let this question guide your actions. Let it make you brave. Let it make you kind. Because your legacy is not written in stone, it is written in your daily choices. Accept insults as compliments to your strength. The weak crave validation. The strong withstand criticism. The Stoic understands. Insults are not about you. They are about the one who speaks them. Epictetus taught, if anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, he was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone. Imagine the freedom of no longer fearing judgment. Imagine seeing insults as signs you are living boldly. Each morning, speak this to yourself. I welcome the opinions of others, but they do not define me, and walk through the world unshaken. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Look at the forest, the mountains, the ocean tides. They do not rush, yet they achieve their purpose effortlessly. Your progress does not need to be frantic. Your growth does not need to be hurried. Lao Tzu, though not a Stoic, mirrors the Stoic spirit. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Each morning, breathe deeply and remind yourself, I will move steadily, not frantically. I trust the pace of progress. Consistency over intensity, discipline over desperation. This is the way of nature. This is the way of the wise. See death as life's compass. Death is not the enemy, it is the guide. It sharpens our appreciation for life. It reminds us that time is precious, choices are meaningful, and petty concerns are beneath us. Marcus Aurelius advises, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Each morning, say quietly to yourself, I remember my mortality. I cherish this day as a gift. Far from morbid, this practice fills life with urgency and depth. When you live with death as your compass, you live fully alive. Let gratitude shield you. Gratitude is not weakness, it is armor. It shields you from despair, envy, and bitterness. It transforms obstacles into opportunities. Seneca declared, nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. Each morning, speak aloud, I am grateful for this breath, this body, this mind. I am grateful for the challenges that will shape me today. Gratitude shifts your vision from what is missing to what is present, and in that you find abundance. The cosmos is your teacher. Every sunrise is a lesson. Every storm is a reminder. Every season of life teaches a new truth. The Stoic sees himself as a student of the universe. Marcus Aurelius wrote, dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. Every morning, look to the sky or the earth beneath your feet and say, I am a student of the cosmos. I will learn from all that surrounds me. This keeps you humble. It keeps you curious, and it keeps you growing. Your morning words are not magic spells. They are anchors. They are compass points. They are seeds that, when watered daily, grow into the tree of your character. Do not underestimate the power of small beginnings. Speak to yourself each morning as you would to a warrior preparing for battle. With clarity, with purpose, and with unwavering strength. The world awaits. Your fate awaits. Go forward with stoic fire in your heart.